What's going on, guys? Welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to more Dead by Daylight. Now in this video we are going to be talking about the upcoming changes that are going to be happening for chapter 18, as well as the buffs and changes that are going to be happening to the twins, which is the newest killer in Dead by Daylight. So I'm really excited about this. Before we get started, guys, definitely consider subscribing for everything Dead by Daylight here, whether it's gameplays, leaks, information, all that good stuff you will find here on this channel. So definitely consider doing that. And let's get started. But here we have it, guys. Chapter 18 changes. I'm really excited to get into this because I haven't checked any of this out just yet. But it says it's been a little over a week since chapter 18 hit the player test build, and we prepared some changes based on the feedback we received. We would like to make these changes clear before the chapter releases so you can make an informed decision about your purchase. As the release approaches, our time to make these changes are limited. As a result, some of the intended changes will arrive in future updates. Furthermore, please remember that there is a list of known issues available at the bottom of the PTB patch notes, which can be found here. And fixing some of these issues will alter the effectiveness of the twins and perks in the process. So if you guys want to check this out for yourself, it'll be down in the description below, okay? So let's go ahead and get into the release information right here. It says the twins made the map-wide sound when Victor is released clearer. After being attached to a survivor for 45 seconds, Charlotte will see Victor's aura and be able to recall him. So there is that. That's a change right there for the twins. That's pretty interesting. It also says right here that sometimes the survivor would keep Victor on their back to prevent the killer from using their power. This way, there is a great risk to doing so, and the killer has the ability to forcefully regain their power after some time. They've also said that they replaced the spinning top add-on effect. This add-on will now cause survivors to drop their items when pounced on by the killer. Okay, so a add-on that's kind of like Franklin, so that's pretty interesting. And right here also says increase the Victor's movement speed while charging a pounce and increase the amount of time it takes to reach its movement speed. So that right there is really interesting. We're just gonna have to wait and see how this actually works in game once the chapter does release. So a lot of changes from the PTB to release date that are gonna be going on. So a lot of stuff here. And they've also put there that says due to slow movement speed while pouncing, hitting a survivor with Victor while they are around a small enough loop or object could be very difficult. These two changes will cause you to lose less distance while charging your pounce, making it easier to use in those situations. Also, guys, I don't know if it's just me, but I feel like this is the most changes we've had to a killer right before release date. Right before the chapter release and right after the PTB, after they gathered all the data, seeing how the killer's doing and how it's actually working in game. So there's a lot of stuff going on here. A lot of changes, whether it comes to the killer's power in general. It looks like we're also going to be getting some changes to some perks and even some future updates and changes later on after the chapter release. So a lot of stuff is happening right here. But anyway, let's go ahead and keep going. When it comes to the perks, Coup de Grace, if I'm pronouncing this right, reduced the lunge increase from 60, 80, 100% to 40, 50, 60. So I'm guessing, yeah, the values of Coup de Grace on the PTB were higher than anticipated. We'll be reducing them to more reasonable level. Okay, so I did hear that when it comes to this perk and 60, 80, 100% lunge increase, it's just absolutely insane. Like, it's just overkill. It's just ridiculous. So I did hear that from some people on social media. So I guess it's kind of a good thing. I didn't mess around too much when it comes to this perk, but hey, it sounds like a good thing to me. But anyway, let's go ahead and keep going. When it comes to the future updates right here and or hotfix, it says the twins Victor will be able to interact with lockers and hold the survivor inside for a short amount of time. If Charlotte interacts with the locker in time, she will grab the survivor. If the survivor is not grabbed out of the locker in time, they will break free, killing Victor in the process. That is ridiculous, man. That's something different right there. That actually sounds really, really cool. It sounds really useful, and to me, it's just buff. It's a buff to me. Okay, this is very interesting. I'm excited to see how this actually works in game. But anyway, let's go ahead and keep going. It says during the PTB, survivors realize that they can jump in the locker to avoid Victor since he is unable to search lockers. To prevent this, we'll be giving Victor a unique interaction with lockers. This will take some animation work, however, so this will, I think they're wording some of these things wrong, so this will not be ready for the initial release. Okay, so when it comes to chapter release, we will not be getting this change in our buff, in our update, whatever you want to call this. So this is going to be going on later time, maybe sometime between chapter release and the mid-chapter patch, or they might just release this in mid-chapter patch along with everything else with the new tome and all that stuff, since we do get that every single mid-chapter patch, so who really knows. But let's go ahead and keep on going. It also says adding a delay to the exit gate blocker when a survivor is down with Victor on their back. Okay, that's really interesting. Currently the exit gate blocker disappears immediately if a survivor with Victor on their back is down. This allows him to crawl out before Charlotte can finish wiping her weapon. This delay ensures that the survivor can be picked up before the blocker disappears. Interesting, very interesting stuff. And like I said before, guys, I played the twins in the PTB when that got released. I didn't play too much just because when it comes to the PTB, we all know this, it's always pretty bad. A lot of people go in and then go straight out. They just try the killer out for a couple games and then they're done. Just because it's really, really hard finding games as a killer. It's pretty easy as a survivor, but when it comes to killer queue times in the PTB, it's pretty bad and takes forever. So that I was one of those people. I will be honest. I was one of those people that literally just played maybe 5 games with the twins and then just dipped and then went back to regular service. So I didn't have much experience with the twins in here, so a lot of this stuff is news to me. So there's that. Okay, let's go ahead and keep on going. Looks like they're making some changes to even some more perks. So right here it says Appraisal. Okay, so Appraisal is one of the perks I did mess around with as a survivor in the PTB, so I am familiar with this one. It says the speed bonus no longer applies to unlocking chests, only rummaging. Okay, and oh, another change to Appraisal. It says each chest can only be rummaged once per survivor. So me reading that, it is a fun perk. Okay, it is a fun perk, but reading that, I can already tell that a lot of survivors were abusing this perk. And they also put here, this change prevents someone from rummaging the same chest multiple times, creating a large pile of items. We want to encourage people to move around the map and rummage different chests. The overall number of times you can rummage is unchanged. So I can already, they probably witnessed thousands of people abusing the hell out of this perk. So it makes sense that they are changing this. And last but not least, it says again, and we want to reiterate that these changes are tentative. The exact details and times for these changes may vary from the list above. We hope these changes address any concerns you may have had, and we can't wait for you to get your hands on chapter 18. So guys, like I said before, I feel like this is the most changes we've had before a chapter launch. Right between a PTB and a chapter release, I feel like this is a lot of stuff, okay? A lot of stuff. Of course, there's only some things going on chapter release, and then they're still gonna be working on a couple more things after the chapter release. So it's either gonna be coming a little bit after the chapter release or maybe mid-chapter patch, but who really knows? But anyway, guys, that's all the chapter 18 changes that's gonna be going on with the killer, with some perks and all that good stuff. So let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. But that is gonna do it for me. Thanks so much for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe. It definitely does help a lot, guys. And follow me on Twitch if you guys want to see any DVD action live. I'm usually live every single night playing Dead by Daylight. So come out, we'll have some fun, and I'll see you guys in the next video maker, right? Peace.